Hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a chat. Y'all see the chat? Tell me hello. I see some people have logged in with Facebook. Some people have Google, which is cool. Um, let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. All of the above. So I appreciate you guys joining us, and we will get started shortly. In a second. Let's see. Can you hear me? Can I get some feedback from someone in the chat?
Yeah, it's coming through clear on my end.
Coming through clear.
Yeah.
This is the first time using the Google Hangouts, so I'm still getting adjusted to uh, the features. Let's see if the my camera is working. If you can see me, can y'all see me out there?
Yeah, we
Let's
got you.
y'all. Okay. All right. So welcome to Fly Traders, and we'll be starting shortly. We're waiting on a few more guests to arrive. I'm also streaming live on Periscope as well, but Periscope don't have all the cool features that this Google Hangouts have. So, and they can't see the presentation, like the actual slides. So, for whatever that's worth. All right, let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, Vic.
All right. Let's jump
I just
right
want
into it.
before we get started, I just want to make sure that I'm people can hear me on the other side. So if you can hear me some kind of way, send me a chat, text, or something saying you can hear me. Hello. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's coming through live. Yeah.
Cool. All right. All right. Good deal. Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Vic. Go ahead and do your thing, man, and we'll go from there.
All right, cool. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fly Traders Incorporated. This webinar today is on how to achieve success in the market. All right, now while we're waiting for some more people to come on board, I know a few of you are still not out there yet, but a few of you are. So we're going to give you a brief video on the outline of what our company is about. Go ahead and run it, Sid.
All right. Bear with me here, and let's do the.
More time, more money, more wealth. Working forever won't get you more. Starting a business requires more. And network marketing soap makes you smell better, but that's about it. The best way to achieve more is through the stock market. It's no secret. The wealthy make money whether the market is up, down, or sideways. The key is learning the strategies of the market. While your 401k plan loses money, a strategic person in the market makes money. Fly Traders wants to teach you how to be that person. Fly Traders is a stock market lifestyle company designed to teach the average family strategies for optimum success. Sign up with Fly Traders today. Website www.flytraders.net.
All right, Sid, back to the slides. All right, again, for those of you just tuning in, this is Fly Traders Incorporated webinar on how to achieve success in the market. Now, I want to remind you all that we are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, for those of you who have access to Twitter, we are at Fly Traders. Now, when you go on there, give us your definition of success. What is success to you? And don't forget to use the hashtag Fly Traders. All right. What you're looking at here is our Fly Traders disclaimer, which simply states that we do not guarantee any future results. With that being said, any profits or losses will be at your own risk. We just let you know that the more you learn and the more you study, the lower your risk will be. All right. All right. Those of you again, we still have some people that's coming in, so I don't know who's going in and going out, but we are flytraders.com. I mean, Fly Traders Incorporated. Sorry, with our webinar tonight on how to achieve success in the market. My name is Victor Young, and my partner and mentor, founder and CEO of Flytraders, Cedric Warren. He'll be going over who we are, what we do, a few traditional investments, and last but not least, how to accomplish 2% per month in the market. Next slide, Sid. All right, one more time, we're on Twitter at Flytraders. This time, we would like you to put your experience level up there. Like, are you a beginner in the market, or have you been trading for quite some time? We just want to know where we are in the group for the people out there watching the webinar. Now, the picture you have in front of you is some of the issues you might have as a beginner on the left. Do you know when to stay out of a play, or when it's time to jump in? The second one might be your target. Like, what are you trying to get as a profit on the play that you jump into? Or is it time to hold? Should I stay in the play a little bit longer to increase my profit margin? And the last one is, when do you buy? All right. Now, on the other side of the slide, we do cater to the people who are more experienced in the market. We just want to help you sharpen your skills and make even more money than you have previously. It's always good to get more information. All right, again, we are Flytraders Incorporated, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Cedric Warren, my partner and mentor. He's going to go through everything with you.
All right, thank you so much, Vic. Appreciate that, man. You know how I feel about that mentor stuff.
Yeah.
But I just want to thank everybody for taking the time out this evening. I'm not going to take much of your time. I just want to be able to share my vision, share what I've been kind of what's been bothering me for the last couple of years, and also what's sustained me, and how I've been able to finance different things through the market, and how I got started. So with that being said, I just want to go through some slides and just give y'all a little background information about myself. My social media person, Ms. V, she thought this was a good idea, and I have to agree with her. She wanted to know where I was from. She wanted to know a little bit about me. She wanted to know about New Orleans. She wanted to know about my upbringing. And this was the house where I was raised, which is in New Orleans East, and it's in the heart of the Goose, we called it. This was America Street. This neighborhood was probably one of the, everybody want to say their neighborhood was tough, but we had our challenges. So, that's where I'm from. That's our background. I don't come from a financial family. I don't come from a hedge fund family. I come from a family of two hardworking parents. My father was into his profession was HVAC mechanic. I used to go around with him to jobs, helping him do jobs. My mom did the early childhood education. So, as far as them being at home, they weren't at home a lot, but when they were home, we had a good time. They made sure things were taken care of. And that's kind of what it's been. What we have here is a picture of myself. This is my freshman year in high school on the left side, and my freshman year of college on the right side. And college, I went to college in Colorado in the town of Gunnison, in the Crested Butte ski resort area. And one thing, when I look at this picture, I see, ambition. I've always had ambition. I've always had a drive that really, fuel my passion. I've always had, and I never really fed in to like the norm or the normal culture of things. I've always had like this outside ambition, or a love for money things, a love for trying to get out of my situation. I didn't realize how bad it was until I left the city, and I didn't realize I was poor until I really left and saw how other people were living. So here, this was the start of ambition, my drive, which has caused me to get to the next level of things. This is after I left college, and stopped playing sports. I played football. I just kind of lost the passion for the sports. That was an ambition of mine, which got me to Colorado. When I was told I couldn't go to the next level. And it was just kind of one of those things, man, where you just, I just, college, you start sitting around and you start thinking like, what am I gonna do next? So I started studying for my what was that? Insurance to sell insurance and banker stuff and financial products and you know just kind of started in that industry and built from there. And then I would go around and try to do refinances and refinance people homes. And that's why I met one of my quote unquote mentors at the time, who was my age, living in Berkeley Estates on the West Bank. And I was trying to figure out what the hell he was doing that I wasn't doing. And finally they let me in. They were, they dealt with a lot of hedge fund stuff. They didn't like take people money or anything like that, hedge fund, but a lot of advisory stuff. And these brokerage companies was paying them a lot of money for their particular newsletter that was putting out. So he allowed me to help their company, and in the time frame of helping their company, I learned a lot about the market. I learned a lot about uh, the strategies that was being used. I learned a lot about hedging, and I took the information and you know started my own brand. Went into advising. I went into like different jobs to kind of secure my foundation down, and here I am now. Here I am today. So this is my wife of 11 years. We have two beautiful kids, Chloe and Cedric, and this picture here is to give you my why. My why and what drives me and what pushes me now. I don't want to have my kids to start off below sea level financially, like I had to. So, I try my best to do what I need to do from the circumstances that I was given, and make best of it. And I was able to transition during one of the hardest periods of my life, which was Katrina. And during Katrina, it was a lot going on. I had a lot of issues with family and placement, and just the same issues everyone in New Orleans had. I had the same issues, and I had to try to transition myself to be able to survival mode. And from there, I was able to help my family to kind of get back on track. And the frustrations of trying to get homeowners policies and the price gouging, and calling the congressman, dealing with FEMA, trying to get those straight. Just being newly married, no marriage counseling could have prepared me. Being 20 days into my marriage, having my mother-in-law, auntie, and their kids staying with us in Washington D.C. Um, it was nothing that could have prepared me for that. But uh, because of the knowledge that I did have, I was very marketable. I knew what I was talking about, and I could go into any room and persuade or have a conversation about the market and pull the information I needed out when people were giving me leads on different companies and different stock, and I was able to execute and do that. And that's why I created Flytraders for people to be able to do the same thing that I did. A lot of us don't know much about the market. We weren't taught, which is cool. I totally get that. I totally understand that. But now's the time. Now I'm able to reach out, just like with anything else, information that is out there, and point you in the right direction and point you how to get started. And it's not going to be hard. It's not going to take as long as it took me, because the information is already there. It's readily available. You just got to know what to look for. And this is the reason that we created uh, Flytraders. Flytraders was created for that very purpose, to take a person that knew absolutely nothing about anything of the market and make them to living, breathing, walking money making machines. And it don't matter your background. It don't matter how much you're starting with. You can start. You can do it. I did it. And I had some of the hardest upbringings that you can possibly have. So with that, allowed me to meet Mr. Victor Young, who's presenting now. He didn't know anything about the market, and now he's executing, and he's calling me at times to take a look at things, and to reassure him on his knowledge. And you know, and now he's here. So I'm going to let him tell his testimony, and then I'm going to get into how to make that 2% a month, which is our minimum strategy, which is very little to show you how to build if you didn't want to delve into like a lot of the harder strategies. The strategies, the 2% a month strategy is so easy. A grandmother can do it. You know, it's just that easy. It's just a matter of applying yourself and practicing. So, Mr. Vic, go ahead and tell your story, man. How your journey's been.
All right. Well, first of all, I met Cedric Warren at my former day job. We were co-workers on the same floor doing some finance, and I would say finance managerial work, I guess. And we both, when I came over to him and talked to him, man, we both were just talking about past businesses and things we were trying to get accomplished in the future. And we both came to the point where we were like, man, this 9 to 5 just is just not kicking it, you know, by itself. So he told me that he's been doing stock trading for like the last, maybe at that point it was maybe like the last 5 or 6 years. So I told him I was interested in doing the stock market investing, but I had no idea how to do it. So at that point we got closer, became friends, and he started to mentor me, whether he liked the word or not. He started to mentor me in aspects of the stock market. Gave me a few books to read initially to get my basic knowledge up. And that's when he told me to open up a brokerage account with Options Express at the time, which is the initial platform we're using now to help people who are just beginning out in the stock market to get their feet wet and get more comfortable with trading. But anyway, since then, since the time he's been mentoring me, I've been picking it up pretty well. And the one thing about the stock market is it's a learning experience that you have to go in by yourself. There's going to be no one around to tell you, you know, when you need to study or how much effort you need to put into it. As much effort as you put in is as much results you're going to get out. It's basically like that. But I promise you, once you start digging into it and it's something you enjoy, it's the feeling is unreal. It's unbelievable, the amounts of money I made in the periods of time that I made it. And I'm still, like Sid would tell you, I'm just scratching the surface. But I can tell you this is a route I'm not going to go off because it's too promising for the future for me. All right. With that being said, I'm turning back over to Cedric Warren and let him go into the rest of the presentation.
Definitely, I appreciate that, Vic. And like I said, you know, Vic, he's been, you know, he's pretty modest, but he called me last week with a very, very good play, and he was actually playing the stock down with an option, and we're gonna get into all that. But you know, this presentation, this is a brief overview of, you know, this is an overall kind of how to get started in the market. But you know, it's powerful information, guys. It's empowering, really. You know, you can keep the essence of who you are. You know, you're not selling anybody soap powder. You're not calling anybody to call them to tell them to come join your team and join up under them. I mean, if you're into that, that's cool. You know, that's not my thing. I despise it, actually. So, but tell me your why, man. Tell me why, you know, you want to create wealth. Tell me why, you know, you go to work. You know, I want to know your why. So tweet us your why at Flytraders and use pound hashtag Flytraders. And I want to know your why. I want to know why, you know, what's your why to create wealth? What's your why if you had the ability to go in the market and make and pull out whatever amount of money you want to pull out? I want to know your why in that. So again, for those that's just joining us, this is Flytraders, empowerment and success company. We are a stock market education company, also an empowerment company, and we're here to do an info session on who we are, what we do. I'm going to go through some scenarios. This is what you're gonna hear. I'm going to talk about traditional investments, and I'm going to get into how to accomplish our flagship, which is one of the easiest strategies that you can possibly do, which is 2% a month. And I'm going to show you why that 2% a month is pretty significant in shortly. So I told you who we are. So now we're going to talk about traditional investments. So you have your banks, you have your bonds, and you have your mutual funds. Those are financial instruments that people normally put their money into. Now, banks right now giving about 2% a month. We looking at, to about $10,000, starting out with $10,000. Now, keep in mind, this is not what you need to get started in the market now. This is what you should have coming out of high school, actually, or coming out of college, starting your first job, $10,000 saved up. And if you don't have $10,000 saved up, you should be cold red. There should be a problem right now. We're behind. You're starting below sea level, and that's okay because I've started like that, and I made it work. We can make it work by just educating yourself. So, in the financial industry, we have what is called the Rule of 72. I don't know how many of you guys heard of the Rule of 72, but what it is you take 72 and divide it by your interest rate, and that tells you how long it takes for your money to double. So if you take that $10,000 in the bank and put it in the bank at 2%, it's going to take roughly, 36 years for your money to double. Now, I don't know how many 36-year periods we have in our lifetime, but I don't think we have too many. Maybe three at the most, right? So, you ever heard your mom or your dad or somebody you was talking to tell you, hey, put your money in bonds. Well, bonds are yielding roughly about 4 to 6% annually. And using the Rule of 72, we take that same $10,000 and it takes roughly 18 years for your money to double roughly. So that same $10,000 turns into $20,000 at 47, turns into $40,000 at 65. That's not enough money to retire you. That's not enough money to live off of. When I went back to my old city, now, New Orleans have DC prices. I thought I was in Europe actually, for the cost of living and the services that has gone up there. So, $40,000, that's not enough to retire off of. So we take more sophisticated mutual fund, roughly 12% annually a year, fluctuates, very much so. But at 12% a year, you're looking at that same $10,000 doubling every 6 years, which is a little better. But a lot of people have mutual funds. A lot of people have this and they save their money. So you take that same $10,000 and in 6 years you have 20 and 40. And this is the beauty of compound interest. Albert Einstein said, compound interest is one of the most powerful things in the history of the planet, compound interest. So as you can see, by the time you reach age 65, you're looking at that same $10,000 turning into $640,000. You could do a little something with that. I mean, you could probably move to Costa Rica, get you a well-furnished apartment, for about $600 a month, and live on that for the rest of your life on the beach somewhere. So that's cool. That's cool. But here are all the scenarios here for your viewing. But here at Flytraders, we can definitely show you how to make roughly 2% monthly. And 2% monthly using the Rule of 72, your money doubles every 3 years, every 36 months. So you take that $10,000 principal in theory, because nobody usually takes their entire principal and put it back into a particular play or particular plays. But in theory, just to show you for presentation purposes, that same $10,000 turns to $20,000, $40,000, $80,000 every 3 years, and it just snowballs from there. So by the time you reach the age 65, and I do not like showing this slide because it's kind of unbelievable, you would have saved $40 million at that point, just by taking control of your account. That you open up your brokerage account, which is like your checking account, but you're able to trade stock options, indexes. You're able to trade mutual funds. You're able to trade your own IRA out of your own fund, out of your own brokerage account. So you don't have to go to somebody, and nobody's going to take better care of your money than you. And I'm a big firm believer in that. Over the years, I've developed bad habits. I've gone in, taken, I have the ability to go in the market, make money, and I go spend it on some DJ equipment or some lights, and my wife get on me, but I have the ability to kind of do that and, to go in there and do things. I was able to come into a market in DC and purchase 2 homes. I've purchased 2 homes since I've been here. I'm very private, so I don't talk about a lot of that stuff. So this is a stretch for me, just being on here, just talking about that. And of course, the high cost of childcare. have my kids in, pretty good schools, and pay for them to kind of live. I'm just trying to live, guys. We don't want to live in a particular community. We don't want to live in this high. We just want to live, and that's what I'm all about, keeping who you are, keeping your essence, and just wanting to live. Okay. So as I said, money retires you, not age. Everything is not all about money. It's about the experience. It's about your time, getting your time back. What would you do if you had the money that you needed, the cash flow that you needed to take care of all your essentials and, be able to travel? So again, we're Fly Traders on Twitter. Please tweet us what age you would like to retire. And keep in mind that money retires you, not age. So, that age you put, you got to hold yourself to it, that you're going to work hard and do what you got to do in the process, and stay focused. Shame on me because I haven't been as focused, but I keep the engine going. So tweet us at Fly Traders, hashtag Fly Traders, what age you would like to retire. Let us know. We would love to hear from you, and we're gonna probably we're gonna read a few of them as you tweet us. Okay, and also we're on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. We have Fly Traders on Facebook. So if you have your computers or your phones, please like us on Facebook. And this is what we've covered so far. Who we are, traditional investments, and the 2%. So now, how to accomplish the 2%. So let's kind of get into that a little bit. There's several ways of doing it. There's several ways of accomplishing that 2% goal. There's different strategies. It's analysis paralysis sometimes when you're dealing with things in the market. There's different types of market. There's the currency, there's Forex, commodities. We deal with the U.S. market, stock options, hedging, naked puts, calls, bear call spreads, bear put spreads. You name it, we go into it. But that's more advanced class. But our initial class, which is the ABCs of the stock market, and these are some of the strategies that we use. Some of your foundational stuff. Support and resistance, candlesticks, stochastic, money stream, moving averages. We look at what the institution's doing, because if you can't beat them, you join them. It's like jumping in a pool with a big gorilla jumping in the pool. You go with them. You don't try to fight them. You gotta figure out the people with the buying power, what they do, and that's what we're going to get into. So today we're going to cover what's support and resistance. So I'm going to stop for a second right there, and let me put the camera on myself here because I don't think I've shown myself. So, tweet us and let us know. I want to know your why. That's the things that really inspire me is your why. Like, why do you want the skill? Why do you want to be able to take advantage of the market? And what are your goals? I want to hear some of your goals, and I want to see how we can leverage our efforts together. Because I'm able to now reach out to you guys all over the world from my morning room in my house. So this is like amazing to me, and I just want to thank V for pulling me out of my shell, pulling me out of my comfort zone, because a lot of times I don't even like to really be bothered. I'm really low key, and I have a lot of awesome stuff that happens and go on to me, and I have a lot of awesome people that I meet, and I do a lot of awesome private sessions with people, and I don't get to really share my experiences with people. So this is giving me a chance to be able to do that and kind of open up a little bit more, and share those experiences. So I just want to stop and show my face that I am a real person here talking, and I see someone typing. So I'm gonna actually take a question real quick. So if you have a question, just shoot it at me. If you have a question or anything that you want to, before I go into how to actually execute. Well, I'm not gonna get into the execution, but I want to show you a brief overall summary of how to accomplish that 2% a month, and what we do. So if you have a question, just shoot it to me, and if I can answer it right now, I would definitely do that. And let's see what we have here.
Looks like we got something coming in.
Yeah, this is my first time using this working the Google platform. So, um, you know, just bear with me here. Just bear with me. Y'all must have some long questions, man. Cause I see some like this typing thing. So
Yeah.
don't. Can you give us a play for tomorrow? Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. All right. So we have. I don't even know how to pronounce the first portion of your name, but Mr. X Flow. Can you give us a play for tomorrow? I'll definitely take a look and see what I can give you. I'm big on alternative energy. Vic, what was that play you was in?
I was in I did a put on Amberella Corporation last
Amberella.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
that was actually a good play because it was overall bearish.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
um, I don't know where it is right now, but you may want to take a look at what's the ticker on it, Vic? AB
The letter symbol is AMBA. That's
AMBA. Take a look at
AMBA.
that for me. And I know it
Uh,
was overall it was bearish. And I'm going to get into what bearish and bullish is in a sec, but take a look at that. That was a very good play. Intermediate, short term, long term, whatever the news came out on it, they put the bad juju out on it, and we just kind of go from there. Okay, the next question I see is what book uh, from Brian Williams? What book did you start reading first? Man, good question. I think I started out with like the 1 Minute Millionaire. That kind of got me in the mindset. Then I did the Robert Kiyosaki things. I did the little game, but that was before it went online. And then I think Who Stole My Cheese, books like that. And then I got into profit forecasting, and then the industry that I was in, the banking industry. Um, I had a lot of in-house training, so I had a lot of their series books. I think man, I have them downstairs in my basement. But those were one of the things. And then I had a lot of seminar training, like people that were selling seminars. I think Wade Cook was one of the guys early on. He had like a lot of good strategies, but whatever
yeah,
his
that's a,
personal situation was, I never really tell people to read his book because he gets into a lot of his personal kind of stuff and the stuff he was selling. So I mean, he has some good strategies to kind of get the mind going and the thinking, but I think he got into some trouble with the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission. So I just kind of that's why I'm honest. I try to tell people that it's a risk that's involved, and you know um, basically show you what happens when the stock goes either up, down, or sideways. So, we go through every scenario, every possible scenario, and get this. I see one more question. Hold up. What when in our training did I have? It was mostly through banks. It was through banks. I worked for a local bank, Mr. BF Saul here. Also like SunTrust Bank, having the brokerage license and selling the investment products and different things like that. But a lot of insurance. I started out doing insurance. I started out selling insurance. So that kind of gave me the proficiency level to really get into like the market stuff. Oh, my finance teacher at UNO, I was a liberal arts major and decided to want to change my major uh, at the end of my graduating. So I had like maybe 105 credit hours left, 105 credit hours I had taken, and decided to change my major to finance. So I went over to the UNO finance business office and I had a teacher named Mark Rosa. Never forget this guy. He taught at Tulane as well. You can go on his website, markrosa.com. You have a lot of good information on there. And actually, I wound up failing his class, and we've talked since then. We talk maybe once a year. I call him just to see how he's doing and kind of pick his brain to see what plays he into. He was a real fundamental guy. When you're talking to him, everything's sexy. He's like, if you see any CDs out there that's yielding high rates, that's really sexy. He talks like that. So you're a real funny guy. And you can go on his website and grab some of his stuff as well. Mark Rosa is his name. So, but I appreciate you guys asking questions, and I'm gonna get to right now how to make the 2% a month. So we have a basic strategy called support and resistance. So like your life, you know, you have your good times, you have your bad times. And it's the same thing with stock. So you have, they have different conferences uh, that call it different things. Some conferences or seminars call it Tarzan versus Jane. You know, some people call it something else, you know, Batman versus Spider-Man. But basically, it's the same overall strategy. I call it support and resistance. So what you have is what you're looking at right now is an uptrend, which is called uh, an uptrend of a stock. So if this line represented stock, this stock will be going in an uptrend, which is bullish. And the reason why it's bullish is because it's going up. Bulls attack up. And the reason why it's called bearish is because bears attack down. So that's where you get your bullish. That's where you can have two analysts on TV fighting about whether something is bullish or bearish. Here at Flytraders, what we get into, we're not here to sell you a system. We sell you basically what goes into the system. So when you finish with us, like I've done in the past, I've sold the last company I had was Secure Indicator out of Houston, and we sold the system there. We created the system, sold the system. You know, I'm not a system guy. I don't want you having to depend on me for a service when I want to teach you how to trade. I want to teach you what indicators to look for and how to build your system to give you whatever red light, green light confirmation that you need. But in that way, you don't have to be subscribing to nobody for a monthly service fee to get trading advice. So, you know, I'm not into that. I'm into giving you the actual indicators and showing you how to go in and look for things yourself. So we have a uptrend here, support and resistance, good times, bad times. That's what stock do. So let's just say from the support was $1 and the resistance was $10. So I would show you, you would know when to buy, and you'll know when to sell. So you buy it at 1, sell it at 10. When it gets to resistance, you sell it at 10, buy back at 3. The next thing. So you would have made $17 in a total play. I wish I had my chalkboard because this is why I start getting the writing and showing you the numbers. But it's just as simple as that. This is your eyes and ears in the market. We're gonna get into showing how to read graphs. We do all that. But first you have to kind of get your feet wet with the ABCs of the market before you can jump in there and start trading real money. The stock market is the only business that I know that you can practice with fake money before you put real money into the market. So I definitely encourage people before they put real money in to show them how to practice and get to like 90% of hitting their target, and then you're able and you should put real money into the market at that point. This is a graph. It's kind of not a clear graph, but these are candlesticks. We use candlesticks. In Japan they call marujibus. And basically, the Japanese would use it for rice trading. They would take the trend from the next day, and it would form a particular pattern, and they would know what and where to set the price to sell the rice, and what the supply and demand would be for rice. So we use the marujibus, and we mix that up with they form a particular pattern. We show you what the patterns are, buy and sell signals, and which way the market is going to go based upon the actual candlestick. So all this stuff is technical. And also we get into how to interpret news. That's very important. The American market is very manipulated. They put bad juju out on companies, or they'll come out on a conference call and say, hey, we beat the street, we made earnings, but we opening up 50 new stores. From an investor standpoint, those are liabilities, and the stock starts to go down. So, this has happened to me before, with Whole Foods. They were into expanding, and I was wondering why is the stock going down? They're doing so good. It's because they announced that, they were opening new stores. So you have to switch your mindset from, the company is doing good, to more of an investment standpoint where, it's like they're taking more capital and taking more risk with your money. So, I'm kind of getting long-winded, starting to teach a little bit here, Vic. So that's what happened. I'm very passionate about this, and I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. But again, if you have any other questions, let's try to let's try to get to them. I mean, that's basically the 2% strategy. You know, you get familiar with support and resistance. You get familiar with, that's your odds and your ears in the market, and you build from there. You build from there. I get asked this a lot. You know, is the market investing in the market gambling? And the answer is no, because you're basing your buying and selling off of the buying habits of people. It's supply and demand. So, if you know a particular item is needed for something, you invest in it and you do your thing. Uh, Here at Fly Traders, we don't teach like actually buying stock. I'm into more selling naked puts versus buying stock because you know those people don't care about you. I mean, I know people that want to have stock and they just like stock, holding stock. I'm interested in cash. Cash is king. So, my strategy is grabbing cash and dashing. Then I'll come back and buy the stock again. We can do it again. But, at the end of the day, those people don't care about you. Why be loyal and keep your money tied up, when you can take advantage of other opportunities once you learn, learn trading, just learn trading. And you can start with any amount. I'm not the richest guy in the world. I'm not, here, trying to sell you on I got a Ferrari parked outside or a Lamborghini or some type of car service coming to pick me up. You know, I contract, I do other work as well. I DJ, I love DJing, meeting people and networking. That gets me out the house sometime. And, I mean, that's just who I am. So um, I just wanted to open up to questions right quick. If you have any other questions, just let me know. If not, we're gonna get into how to get started with us if you're interested. Uh, Fly Traders. Vic. Got started. He's Fly Traders now. So um, that's just what it is. So if I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Vic, in a sec. If anybody don't have any questions, we can
All
we
right.
can get into how to get started with this.
Glad we got something coming through now, sir.
Okay, all right, good deal. So I'll wait and see what we have. So hope
Again, while we're
everybody.
waiting
I hope I'm not boring you guys. Uh, I can't see the bottom question. Let me just kind of.
you deal
Oh, here we
mainly with
go. Um,
says you deal mainly with options.
Mainly me. Yeah, me myself personally, I definitely do options. That's a big percentage of most of my positions because I can't afford stock. I can't afford those stock. When you want to get into the stuff that's moving, I can't afford a Google. I can't afford a Apple stock. So I buy the option, which is a tenth of the price, and I control it for a period of time, and I take advantage of the same movement, and it leveraged me. So I'll show you how to hedge yourself. When you get into options, especially if you get into like short selling, how to hedge yourself buying call and put options. So definitely, a large percentage of what I do in my portfolio is options. Then I get into like these strict tax strategies uh, where I put a sell in place but don't have a buy, and technically that's not tax. So we get into all of that, and how these hedge funds do what they do, and I get into the you start understanding what the bailout was about as well. The over leverage, the different things. So yeah, definitely options. Not to go on a long winded. I'm about to get into options, but not to go on a long winded rant. But I definitely get into options. That's most of my portfolio is built up of options. I'm not into nothing, uh, more than 7 days, 7 to 8 days at the most. So um, yeah, definitely. I have something else here. What is this? Oh yeah, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate that, man.
Definitely, definitely.
Traders, and let's go ahead and get them started, man. Let's show them how to get started with us. Uh,
Well, we need just give me 2 more minutes, man. We got some stuff going on in the background for them, so we leave it open, leave the question and answer session
okay.
open for another 2 minutes. 2 minutes at all.
Yeah, just tweet us, man. Tweet us some stuff. I'm a pretty laid back guy, and normally I'm in a t-shirt. So I figured the first broadcast We recording, so I put a shirt on. So it's all good. Any more questions? Anybody have any other questions? Anything we got out there? Any shout outs? I don't have my phone. Wait, do I have my phone? My phone over here charging. So let me see if I got any shout out. If I can give any shout out to anything from my Twitter here. Any shout outs? Anybody been tweeting? Any of that other good stuff? We should be all good.
All right. Well, while we're waiting, I'll tell her. What we say? Might got a question coming through now. What we got here?
Let me see what we got. Says, will you guys be available on the horn after the meeting? Yeah, we can. Well, it's kind of late. I don't know where you are right now, but it's kind of late on my end. But I can set up a conference meeting with you or something, probably sometime tomorrow after I dig myself out of the snow over here. So yeah,
Yeah, you can
definitely
just
we can
shoot an
talk,
email
man.
and we can set it up like that.
Yeah, we can set up a time we can talk and make it work. Oh, you're in Puerto Rico. All right, gotcha. Gotcha. So we're on the same time. We're on the same time zone. So that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. We'll set something up maybe sometime tomorrow. I know you've been emailing, so I got your emails and everything, man. I try to at least keep up on that as well. So we'll get that set up. We definitely get that set up. All right, we got Brian. Brian have a question. I see you typing over there. So man, this is a pretty cool platform, guys. I really I'm really into this. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Gotcha. All right, Vic. Let's just get into it, man. Let's show them how to get started. I mean, even if it's not ready, whatever the link is not ready. I know V over there. She over there working hard. I appreciate you, V.
Yeah,
Thank you.
behind the scenes. Huh?
Yeah, behind the scees. Thank you, V. Got me out of my little shell. I'm able to kind of talk to people now. She thought this was awesome. Uh, you know, I mean the whole nine. So what we got here? Shout out to Trump. Will he affect the market? Um, I don't even want to get into it, man. I'm gonna sit here. I'm not gonna even lie to you, bro. I think this whole election process has been a sham, man. This go around. I don't know what's happening with our country. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's coming down the pipe. But I never seen anything like this before. I never read about anything like this. There's no manual for this level of stupidity, man. I don't know, people losing their minds. So overall, I think it will. This is affecting the market. Some people, other foreign investors looking at this like, man, what's wrong with these idiots over there? What's wrong with these Americans? Why are they so simple minded? I'm a big James Baldwin reader, so James Baldwin said it best, man. He said, uh, and I love this country. I do. I don't like the stuff that's happening, and I think we it's too late in the day to talk about going back to Africa. So we kind of got to deal with what we deal with. But what Baldwin said it best, man. He said, being simple minded is an American virtue. He said, you don't even have to know what you're talking about. As long as you're sincere doing it, people people give you a pass. It's a great crime to be complex in your thinking or double minded. And I see that, dealing with these people I'm dealing with now, in my neighborhood with this HOA. It's like the simple mindedness. They can't get into the more complex issues that's causing everybody to be at risk. I'm a thinker. I like to sit down, I like to talk. And I wouldn't say in your face type of guy, but I'm not gonna cut any corners with you. But I'm gonna be respectful, and if you balk at me, I'm gonna balk back at you. That's just the nature of the beast. So yeah, man, I think it's definitely gonna
don't get too into that.
I think it's gonna affect us moving forward, man. I just being able to once you learn the skill of trading, it's the same on every pretty much every platform. So that's just what it is, man. It's the same setup. It's probably a few different rules about the availability of cash, maybe in the euro market. I know the Japanese market is a lot purer than what we have here. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to definitely affect moving forward if things continue like they continually, and the media keep putting out and giving this dude attention. So it's kind of a shot in the dark to uh, what President Obama has put in place. He's a smart guy. He understands a lot of issues. I mean, has he made all the right decisions? No. Does he represent the establishment like everybody else? Yes, he does. So it's all good. But I'm,
All right,
I'm not
let's
going to get on my soapbox here. We're going to show you how to get started. And go ahead, Vic, do your thing, man. We're going to wrap this up. We appreciate everybody for their time and effort. And let's go ahead and show them how to get started, baby.
right, right. So hopefully you liked all the information that you heard so far in our webinar, and we do hope you will get started with us, at least get started in the market. The market is such a great tool to bring more income in for your family and just make your future brighter than it might have been without it. All right. So I want to tell you about our ABCs of the stock market bundle. All right. Next slide, Sid. In this bundle, it includes a 2-day live virtual training, the ABCs of stock market manual, access to online training, and a 45-minute one-on-one coaching call. Now, the thing about the 45-minute one-on-one coaching call, we do understand that the conversations get longer and it takes a little bit longer for you to grasp the concept of some of the questions that you might have. So we are willing to work with you. The 45 minutes is just something we gauge it around, so it won't get too long with it, and it won't be too short so you feel slighted, because we are here for you. We want you to understand every aspect of it. All right. So next slide. Now, basically, this information, if you get it out there from any other company or corporation, this information could value up to $3,900 and up. Now, there's no way in the world possible we would feel good about ourselves. We couldn't sleep at night charging somebody that amount of money for the information that that we came across. It's like paying it forward. So we couldn't charge anywhere near that. So since you've been so gracious enough to come to the webinar tonight, we're offering this bundle, and from now on, this bundle is for $99. You heard it right. It's only $99. Nowhere near $3,900. That's crazy, outrageous. So if you're interested in this bundle with all of this premium information, it's only $99. All right. Now, for those of you who cannot commit to the $99, which is completely understandable, and even more reason why we need to get you started in the stock market, we have our ABCs of stock market bundle. This one is the ABCs of stock market manual and limited access to our online training. And our online training is a very, very key to our online information for you. It's a lot of good stuff in there. Now, I know the $99 might have been too much for a few of you right now, but that's all good. We want you to get started. We can't urge you enough on telling you you have to get started immediately. So for this bundle here that you're looking at, it's only $49. Now, the $99 and the $49, even if it still feels like it's a jump, you have to remember you have to pay for your education. Even if you were in college trying to get a degree or get a good job somewhere, you're going to have to pay for that education. Put the money into yourself, $49 or $99. All right. So turn it back over to Sid. What we got here? The next slide. Now, those of you who are interested in getting it today or in the near future, all you have to do is go to flytraders.net/ABC. Again, that's flytraders.net/ABC. We hope you get started soon. We'd be more appreciative even if you get it started today. All right. Turn it back over to Sid for our closing remarks.
Cool. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate that, man. And
problem.
basically, that particular bundle is our beginners bundle. It's our start. That's where we start. I'm very much so committed to you. I'm here. I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna go overly. If you're interested, I'm gonna make sure you get this information. So as we develop the curriculums, I have a bunch of curriculum. I have a six disc tutorial that I haven't even put out to anybody. I think Vic might have seen part of it. I might have gave him like 3 of them or something. But I mean, it's so much information, guys. I don't even know where to start. But I have to, I want to get you going. I want to get us talking the same language, and I want to get to the point where you're not calling harassing me every day, but you have something to offer. You have some leads, and we can take a look at them together. And in the chat link, we have the link here in the chat. You can click on that, and that'll take you to the website where you can purchase the beginner stuff. So again, that's flytraders.net/ABC. It may take you to a landing page. I don't know. Put your email information in there. Email me. A lot of you guys are on Facebook with me, and I'm committed to helping you, man. I'm committed to making this work. And I've helped a lot of people over the years. People send me Christmas cards that I haven't talked to in years, saying how I changed their family. I had a big group over at Joel Osteen's church in Houston. When we was out there in Houston, I had an office in Houston, and they were able to go off on their own and do their thing. And one lady, she got comfortable with 3 or 4 stock and maybe 4 strategies that she kind of took to the bank with, and it just opened you up. I like to keep my relationships where, with or without you, I'm going on, and I want you to say that to me, and be able to say that to you. And I want you to be around me because you genuinely want to be around me, not because I have something to offer. And if you are around me for that reason, that's cool too. And you can pay the couple of dollars and we keep it moving. But I genuinely want you to get this. You win, we win. You win, I win. It's nothing like referrals. It's nothing like seeing someone come in that knew absolutely nothing or just knew institutionalized stuff or what their grandmother told them or their mom told them, and see them actually, talk circles around brokers. One thing about a broker, they're gonna make you broker. That's what they do. They don't know their knowledge base. They're more customer service oriented than knowledge base oriented, for as getting you uh, advice. They want to push what was good for the company. And I used to get into that's why I'm no longer with companies, because I wouldn't put people on products that didn't fit them, no matter what the commission was. And I just couldn't do it. So I would get into my wife would be like, just shut up and put the people in the product. I'll be like, no, I can't do that. I'm not doing it. And I get the charge for being hard headed and putting myself through unnecessary stress and all this. But at the end of the day, I got my dignity and I got a good conscience. So that's just how I roll. But I appreciate you guys' time, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for showing up to the webinar. I don't know if anybody have Google accounts out there that want to be on camera. I think I can put you on, and we can talk a little bit back and forth. But if you logged in with Facebook, sorry, but y'all can hang out here for a while. Or I think I said Bianca, one of my old classmates actually. Bianca, what's up? Type in a question. I'm not sure if you're typing a question, but yeah, I just appreciate you guys, man. This is what it's about, and I'm here for you. I'm here to make sure you get what you need. I mean, I know I bundled the packages and I had to put that in bundles, but if you call me, I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna talk to you, and I'm gonna make sure you get what you need. So, uh, I appreciate you investing in yourself, but you're investing in my business as well. You're helping to advance the vision that I have and that we have, and hopefully we can leverage ourselves in the future with some of the other business ideas you have, and we'll go from there. So, with that being said, that's all I have, Vic. I appreciate you, man, and
No
uh,
problem.
let's,
No
let's
problem, man.
make this work. And V, thank you, V, thank you, V.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, thank you,
Behind the
V.
scenes.
Yeah, V is behind a lot of the art she's been putting out, man. She's like amazing, like awesome. So, she a real demon slayer. So we just gonna leave that. Is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
Right.
Nah, man. But thank you guys. And yeah, just shoot me an email, flytradersinfo@gmail, if you need anything. And hopefully we should be good. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this call and go get my red beans that's been waiting on me. And yeah, we'll make it work. We
Right.
talk about
Make sure y'all
payment.
follow us, man. At Fly Traders on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything, man. We keep in
Yeah,
touch with you. Keep in touch with us.
all right, y'all. Y'all be easy.
All
Peace and
right.
blessings.
Fly Traders.
All right. Peace. Oh, check us out on YouTube too. We got some YouTube videos. Flytraders on YouTube. We got a couple of interviews and a couple of shout outs. So yeah, check us out. But peace and blessings, guys. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, we're out.